The Geek Manifesto Why Science Matters by Mark Henderson. Read by Tom Lawrence. We've arranged a global civilization in which most crucial elements, transportation, communications and all other industries, agriculture, medicine, education, entertainment, protecting the environment, even the key democratic institution of voting, profoundly depend on science and technology. We have also arranged things so almost nobody understands science and technology. This is a prescription for disaster. We might get away with it for a while, but sooner or later this combustible mixture of ignorance and power is going to blow up in our faces. Carl Sagan. A habit of basing convictions upon evidence and of giving to them only that degree of certainty which the evidence warrants would, if it became general, cure most of the ills from which this world is suffering. Bertrand Russell. Chapter 1. The Geeks Are Coming. It was Chiropractic Awareness Week, but the awareness Simon Singh was raising wasn't quite what the British Chiropractic Association had in mind. You might think that modern chiropractors restrict themselves to treating back problems, the science writer declared in The Guardian on the 19th of April 2008. But in fact, they still possess some quite wacky ideas. The British Chiropractic Association, BCA, claims that their members can help treat children with colic, sleeping and feeding problems, frequent ear infections, asthma, and prolonged crying, even though there is not a jot of evidence. This organisation is the respectable face of the chiropractic profession, and yet it happily promotes bogus treatments. The notion that cracking a little girl's spine might cure her earache indeed sounds curious, but plenty of hypotheses that were once dismissed as wacky have been accepted as science on the back of sound data. The respectable face of chiropractic could thus have defended itself with respectable evidence. The BCA, which had none, chose another way to fight back. It sued Singh for libel. That didn't look a bad idea at the time. England's defamation laws are notoriously friendly to plaintiffs, who need not show that an alleged libel is false. The burden of proof lies on the defendant, who must demonstrate his assertion to be true, or a matter of fair comment. The legal costs involved are so steep, often running to hundreds of thousands of pounds, that even defendants who are sure of their facts can be cowed into submission for fear of bankruptcy. With the financial resources to sue, the BCA saw an opportunity to force one of Britain's most vocal and effective critics of alternative medicine to eat his words. The chiropractors, however, hadn't reckoned on the geeks. It was an easy mistake to make. People with a passion for science and the critical thinking on which it is founded have never been particularly conspicuous in public life, let alone formed a constituency to be crossed at your peril. Yet something is stirring among those curious kids who always preferred sci-fi to celebrity magazines and chemistry sets to trendy trainers. We've stopped apologising for our obsession with asking how and why, and we're starting to stand up for ourselves instead. Drawn together by the social networking power of the internet, geeks have begun to realise that we aren't alone in our world view, but that it's shared by millions. Through vibrant blogs and online forums such as Twitter and Facebook, and through the success of increasingly high-profile figures such as Singh, Brian Cox and Ben Goldacre, we've begun to fight for the value we place on science and evidence-based thinking. What was once a term of derision has been embraced as a badge of honour, in a surge of geek pride. Armed with new confidence and the online means to discover one another and spread our message, we are finding a public voice that is proving more powerful than we could possibly have imagined. The geeks are on the march. The BCA foolishly threw itself in the way. Even before the chiropractors decided to mess with one of our number, many geeks had become dogged pursuers of homeopaths, anti-vaccine activists, dodgy nutritionists, and other purveyors of quackery and pseudoscience. Some geeks are scientists,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?